So today we'll be looking at this drum plugin. And stay tuned because it has a very special feature that no other drum plugin has. My name is Matt Flank, let's get started. Okay, so this is the plugin we'll be looking at. It is Handy Drums Studio Standard by Goran Grooves. They have different variants, but I got the Studio Standard one to try out. As you can see right there, we have the kick, snare, hats, basically all the drums. Then right there we have all the percussion with the respective volume sliders and mute buttons. Then something which I really like is if you click on this button right there, you can remap all the keys. So for example, if you already have a MIDI loop, you can easily just remap the kick, for example, to C2, for example. So before we get to my favorite feature about this drum plugin that sets it apart from any other drum plugin on the market, in my opinion, let's first check out how it sounds. I'm going to compare it to the Direct Natural kit by Ableton. This is what I was using before I had this drum plugin. And then I will also be comparing it to the Drum Lab by Native Instruments. I've never used that, it's installing right now. But just to compare it to another paid drum plugin option out there. So let's first compare it in context and then solo. So now I'll be taking off all the processing so you can hear how it sounds right out of the box. So in my opinion, this has a really natural feel to it. It sounds actually like there is a drummer playing. I spent a lot of time fine-tuning these drums. As you can see, there is a lot of velocity values. As you can see, I drew this in manually one by one. So there is a lot of detail in the velocity and the placement of these drums. So that also helps, obviously. But Goran Grooves, on his one of his promotional videos, he has the Goran Grooves plugin playing over a real drummer playing something. And you literally cannot tell that it's a plugin playing. So really, really impressive stuff.
The magic of Handy Drums is their natural realism. If you close your eyes and listen to the playback of Handy Drums, you can clearly visualize a drum set in front of you. Each drum component sounds like a part of the drum set played in the same room as the rest of the kit.
Okay, so I just started messing around with the Contact Player Drum Lab to see if I could find something that I like. And straight out of the box, it's not really a sound that I like, so you'll really have to do quite a lot of tweaking to this sound in order to get something nice. It's not just like the Handy Drums one, that you can simply load it onto a MIDI track with drums pre-programmed and get a nice sound. But eventually I got something nice, so now let's do a full comparison between the Contact one, the Ableton one and the Handy Drums one. Okay, so my final verdict on the comparison. So I think the Ableton kit is very easy to get started. It's included in Ableton, it sounds decent enough, but I wouldn't use it on a final export or a final mix that I would release. Next up, the Contact one. I think it looks quite okay. I haven't really tried it out. I only tried it for a couple of minutes. But from the looks of it, it can sound pretty good, but you need quite a bit of time to tweak it. And then the Handy Drums one, which I have spent a lot of time on, and that's why I also waited a couple months even before releasing this video, because it's almost half a year ago that Goran contacted me about this plugin. I think the ease of use is just really easy, and I've been using it for quite a lot of projects, even for school, when I just quickly needed to program some drums. Really cool. To end the video, I want to talk about the life-changing feature that this plugin has. So if you open a MIDI editor, as you can see, the F sharp is a hi-hat. And then G sharp 1 is also a hi-hat. A sharp 1 also. B1 also. So a couple of notes are different hi-hats, which is nice because using multiple hi-hat variations is always great to add some variation to your song. But as you can see, what's different with this plugin is if you go to G0 and A0, they are also hi-hat. So what does that mean? So G0 is a hi-hat that is being played with the tip of the stick, and A0 is a hi-hat that is being played with the rim of the stick, essentially, with the side of the stick. So now what makes this cool is if you go into envelopes, select MIDI control, and then select number 4, which is the foot controller. And then we're gonna set this all the way to 127, so it sounds like a normal hi-hat. And watch if we do this. How cool is that? So essentially with this modulation we can determine how open the hi-hat is. So we can gradually open and close the hi-hat, which is such a cool feature in my opinion. This is crazy. This is a game changer for me. Usually I would spend hours programming MIDI drums because I don't have a drummer or an electric drum kit to do something like this. You need a ton of samples, and with this plugin it's just one click of a button, one turn of a knob, which is such a cool feature. And let's go to the notes again, and you can see I can also do this for the tip of the stick. And you could even add some variation to it by combining the tip of the stick with the rim of the stick. So for example, all the accents are being played with the rim, like you would do if you're actually drumming. So let's take a listen now. How cool is that? Sounds so realistic, and I absolutely love that. And that is why I definitely recommend this plugin. So as you can see on his website, there is a couple different kits. We have the rock standard, reggae standard, retro custom studio standard, which is the one that I have. However, I haven't tried the different variations. You can see there is even more. We have ones with brushes, Studio Legend, so you can see there is a lot of plugins. So if you want me to review anything else than the studio standard, please let me know. As you can see, recently he got an award from Computer Music Innovation, which is so cool. I'm happy for him. And as you can see, if we go to the studio standard, it's right now on sale. And I think for 40 bucks, you really cannot go wrong with this plugin. It's so cool to quickly create drum grooves that actually sound good, which is what makes it stand apart from any other drum plugin in my opinion. So I have a link in the description to download this plugin. It's an affiliate link, so you support me when you buy it. My name is Matt Flank. I make plugin reviews, Ableton tutorials, and Serum remix. So if you want to see more videos by me, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Matt Flank. Peace out.